Big light's hitting it over here. All blue and green, so it blacks out that one. Yeah, that's funny. Yes, we're back at LMU. Good morning, good morning. Hope y'all having a great day so far. Here in the eastern part of the United States, it is only 7 a.m. And in the western part, going out that way towards the Pacific, it's 6, 5, and 4 a.m. So some people ain't even up yet. And for those of y'all east of me over the water, y'all's day is about 5 hours ahead starting, and it gets even later and later as you go. So I hope y'all been having a good day. If your first time here, welcome. I am LJ, also known as Larry, and this is my channel, Apexes and Exits Racing. We're not very professional here, but we are real. And if that's what you want, welcome. You're at home. So now what are we doing? We're going to do a race weekend, and we're just going to set up some practice. Get rid of that. Get rid of the music, which y'all didn't hear it. I got the desktop audio. Well, you probably do hear it, but anyway, the desktop audio comes back into my headphones. What are we doing? Trying to light this cigarette's what we're doing. Alright, so we got to pick a track. And I need a track. And it's going to probably be, I was told Barcelona's a good track because it's got everything, right? High speed corners, slow corners, long straightaways. Silverstone, Sebring, they're the same. Fuji, Circuit Americas kicks my ass. There's Spa, haven't been on there in a while. Interlagos. So what's the point of what we're doing? We're gonna go to Spa because I know that one. That's a long fucking way out, man. Alright, we'll do default. We'll have a short pit lane. I want to learn the setups. The only way we can do that is to work on them. So let's pick a car. I thought we were going to have hypercar here. This is the one that's got the hypercar. Now I don't know if I want to run the hypercar on Spa. For some reason, this motherfucker wants to keep. Give me a second. Why is it doing that? Audio. Bear with me. Alright, let's try that. Hypercar, which track? Which track? Alright. The Peugeot kicked my ass earlier. And it's probably the same for all the cars. So what's the fucking difference? I don't think there is one. Different drivers. Oh. We're gonna get rid of them. 2 hours, 20 minutes. No race. No qualifying. All right. Actually, we'll take this to 80. It only goes to 81. All right. Track limits. Normal. I don't think. We're not going to have any cars on track. 4 cars. So I got to have, oh, tire sets. I don't think we're going to need 3. Oh, if we got cars on track or not with us. Alright, well, it says 16. I don't want that many. So, let's go back here. I'm going to put them on normal. If there are cars on track, we're going to leave them on normal. Alright. So, oh, and y'all didn't see anything else, but, well, you did, but the small version. Alright, so we got to find out what these fucking, yeah, the slip angle setting does. Because y'all seen it yesterday. As soon as I get on track, kick off the pit limiter, and the fucking car spins around. Driving, letting up off the fuel, getting back on the fuel, damn car wants to spin around. And when I turned off that slip angle, the car behaved. Right? So it starts out at 8. We're not worrying about nothing else. Start at 0. Go get some laps in. Why is it not starting? Car's not starting. This motherfucker. Why is it not starting? Can't hear it. Must be because it's electric. It is electric. The hybrid. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Alright, we got a problem here. Wasn't plugged in all the way. Now we gotta turn it down because it's too fucking loud. Here we go. Still loud. Put my glove on the right way. As you can tell, the brake is not correct. Dude, you fucking hit me again, I'm gonna hurt you. That dude barely hit me and the fucking steering wheel's fucked. The fuck is that? You fucking hit the rear end, why is the steering wheel fucked up? It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking hit me again, bitch. Piece of shit. fucking play that crap, bitch. Now, how is it that my car got fucked up, but he can just drive away? I just don't get that shit, man, at all. Alright, we're gonna shut their aggression completely off, because that's bullshit. You're not gonna fucking hit me and then fucking get away with it. Fuck you, cocksuckers. Fucking hit me like that. Rubbing is racing. Not when you're fucking practicing. Shouldn't be fucking hitting other cars when you're in practice. It's fucking bullshit. I don't have any cigarettes. I'm smoking my wife's shorts that she butts out. I gotta go get some. I'm lazy. I gotta work on a fucking pool. It's fucking obnoxious. Pisses me off. Paid a guy $800 fucking dollars. Professional pool installer, so he says. Paid him $800 and the fucking pool's still fucked. Now I gotta go and figure it out and do it my goddamn self. I've never put a pool in my life, dude. I have no fucking idea. We gotta go back to the garage. Alright. So, we got total control when this is off. We're gonna put it to 1. We're gonna see what this does. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell or not what this does until I spin the fuck out. We're gonna leave the TC where they are. Alright, this is bugging me. Preload is 20 Newton meters. Kind of blows me away how this shit is fucking intertwined. In the GT3, the preload is how fast the power or how much power's in the differential. Either when you accelerate or when you let up off the throttle. And here, required before the differential starts shifting torque from one side to the other. Okay. So in ACC, the lower, the better response. The higher, the more you spin out. Because you're locking the wheels together, right? Is how I understand it. Now, that also, when you get on the throttle, the wheel response to go is increased the higher this number goes. Why is that? Because you got both wheels spinning instead of just one. So you'll notice a difference, which causes you to spin out if you're not ready for it. The power is how quick, says the amount of torque that is shifted to the outside wheel, right? So if you're making a right turn or a right curve, outside is into the track, inside is down on the curb, which y'all already know this. 25% is kind of low. We're going to go to 50. Coast, we're going to turn that to 50. Why? 100%. 50% coast, 50% power. That's how I'm looking at it. Turn this all the way down. Turn that up to 90. That's 100%. But you get 100% power. What do you got on coast? It should be 0, because you're always under power. Or it's all based on when you hit the accelerator. So we're going to go 50-50. Might as well make that 52. You know what? We're not going to do that either, because that's not what we're doing, right? But that's how I learn. See, I fuck with shit, find out what's doing what. But right now, we just want to see what this fucking slip angle's all about. So we started here at off. We'll boost it to 1, take it on track, see what happens. The wheel spun immediately. Alright, so let's do this. Put it up to 2. Actually, I don't have to go back to the garage to do this. I could do it right in the car. Drive. First gear. Still spun. Alright, let's get the car straight. Now, I think it's Arnout on YouTube. He knows what this shit does. He's been playing with it. So that's not really telling me anything, because when you stop and accelerate, the wheels are going to spin. Motor kicked in. Alright, let's take it back to 1. Tires ain't got no grip in the front. little bit of a kickback there. Fuck you, hitting a fucking wall. Alright, this shit's gotta stop. Every time I hit the fucking wall, that shit fucking fucks the car up. Can't be dealing with that. Let's see, is the damage in here or is it up in the normal settings? Practice, practice, practice. Difficulty. We're gonna turn it off for now. Every time I fucking barely touch anything, the fucking car gets fucked up. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Listen, if you can't scrub the wall without fucking up the car, the body parts, yeah, I could see those getting damaged scrubbing the wall. But fucking knocking your steering wheel out after scrubbing the side panel is bullshit. The tire is going to be more resilient than that. And so are the components that fucking control your steering. That means I should be able to walk up to the car, kick the tire, and now the car is fucked. That's not realistic. That is not realistic. Alright, we're going to turn this down to 10 laps. Alright, so we're going to take it easy because we got no steering on these cold ass tires in the front. Feels like the rear end wants to slip out. Car does not turn. Disable that, see what we got on brakes. What I do in the GT3. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go up here and put that on 2.
That time was a 2:50.79.
Must be coming into that corner wrong. car feels a little slippy. Yeah, rear end feels like it could slide out. Gotta get fuel. Fuck you. Alright. So at three it feels like it got a little slippier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's what it feels like to me. One, I couldn't really tell much. Two, I wasn't sure if it was the front or the rear that felt slippy. Three, it feels like the rear end's a little more slippy. And the brake bias, I cannot get that figured out to save my life. Oh, that's real slippy on 4. That rear end wants to kick out. Yeah, it feels like, which the tires are cold right now too. There's no steering. Oh, where the hell did you come from? Y'all running in a pack, huh? See, there's no turning. So, I mean, it's not turning at all. Look at that. That's at 3. I thought I had it up to 4. That on top of cold tires. Feels like I'm driving on marbles. It's exactly what it feels like. Real twitchy. Does not want to turn. See, I would think allowing more slip in the tire would heat them up quicker. That don't seem to be the case.
57.
Damn, he broke real late. There's a lot of rear rotation there. And there's no braking. Alright. Let's do this. So these are roll bars.
Lap time was a 2:40.62.
Dude, how much fucking brake bias do I need to give this? So the brake migration, I could probably turn the brake bias down, turn the brake migration up. Come on, what are you doing? I mean, dude, look. Put this to 60. 60-40, maxed out. And the backs are still gonna fucking lock up. Whoa. The fuck was that?
Lap 3:06.09.
Okay. It feels like there's a ton of grip now. Just kind of weird. Because the tires sound like they're slipping. Alright, well, I was on the brake turning. It's gonna spin. Because that's where there's not very much traction on the rear. I gotta use the little boy's room. I will be back. Let's jump in the garage. Damn coffee running through me. Alright. So quick analysis before I go. 1 to 3 didn't see much of a change. Now that's all going to change with all this. Oh, these are the default setups except for this. So I didn't notice much here. 4 felt like the whole car was just riding on marbles, but that's when the tires are cold. They started gripping up, but it still wasn't quite what I was feeling. This one, dude, this seemed like the tires gripped up real good. But it felt like it was allowing the car to slip around the corners. Now, I did raise the sway bars all the way to the top. Oh, and the brake migration. Now, maybe the adjustments I made in the car doesn't translate here, but we'll see. Our next move is going to be the 6. I'm going to open these up. I don't know what that does. I know it keeps it cooler. I don't fucking know if it helps. It's a fucking computer game. I don't know. This could be the other problem. Not enough fucking camber. So we're gonna do that. Put on new. Suspension, I don't know what to fucking do here. I have no idea. I know it's bouncing a lot. I'm gonna turn that up. Yeah, I don't know what to do with none of this shit. And everything I'm doing is guessing. Now, I've seen where this helps with turn in, and this stabilizes. The way I see it is when it's towed in, when the car is going forward, it forces the wheels out, and the wheels want to go straight because that's the path of least friction, right? And when they're out, they want to keep pushing out. So that could help heat up the tires. So maybe we leave them at 0. Um, this one helps the rear end go around the corner, which gives you, if this is the line the car rides, so this is the line straight, the car is straight. With the toe out, it allows the rear end to kick out, and that helps going around the corner, help rotate the car. I had these all the way up. Now, technically, to me, it's not allowing the body to roll, so it should force the car to sit flatter. But when you go around the corner, it's not giving you a whole lot of grip on that outside of the car. If you're making a right, it's going to be the right side of the car, or left, it's the right side of the car. If you're making a right, it's the left side of the car. I couldn't tell. Um, so we're going to leave this exactly how we see it. And when we come back, I'm going to drive it. Oh, y'all didn't hear a fucking thing they said. Oh, shit. So I'll go through it again real quick. With the sway bars flat, I say flat, stiff, all the way stiff. The car stays flat. It doesn't allow the camber or the car to roll on the suspension or the body to roll. So it keeps it flat. When you go around the corner, there's no downward force from the body onto the tire, which could give you a little bit more slip on the tires. Um, and it's forcing the steering components to absorb all that. So it's overworking the steering and the suspension. Good or bad, that depends on you and how you drive and how the car wants to drive. Suspension, dampers, I don't know really how that shit works in this. Um, Spring rate, whatever. Packers, to me, a packer is like the, forgot what ACC calls them, but it's the rubber bushing that slides on the strut, and it only allows it to compress. So if you compress the strut all the way to 0, you could put this bushing in there and it'll only allow 0 to be like +5 if you were to measure it like that. Uh, it's measured in inches because I'm American. Um, and I think the max is 1 inch. Yeah, 1.1. So it's going to keep it 1 inch from hitting the bottom, right? Banging on the bottom of the strut housing because it's got a, it's hard to explain. It's like a bushing um, in a strut in a personal vehicle inside the cartridge. There's a bushing, rubber bushing combination, and when it hits the bottom, it'll hit hard. Boom, boom. That 1 inch will keep it from hitting the bottom, and it'll give it a little bit of a spring. That's how I imagine it from my old mechanic eyes and old mechanic ideology of how I used to work on cars and understand how that shit worked. But I'll be back. Can't get them fresh, don't fucking get them. Talking about donuts. Oh, I just fucked up the camera, didn't I? Yep, I did. Talking about buying donuts. I went to grab a donut. This shit is hard. It's not hard as a brick yet, but it's getting there. And I just don't understand why you buy donuts that are pre-boxed. The problem is how long they've been in that box and who decided to put them in that box at the time they did, because they could have probably been half stale to begin with. So by putting them in the box restricts how much air gets to them, so maybe it prolongs them before they get hard, and the first couple of ones you have might be pretty good, but within a day or two of opening that box, they're fucking turning into rocks. So my thought is, why buy them if you can't get them fresh, right, within the first hour of them being made? Put them in the box, then bring them home. It'll last you 3 days, 4 days, which fresh donuts don't last. People eat them motherfuckers. The ones that are upstairs right now, they're not going to get eaten because they're hard. They're getting hard. Now, if you put it in the microwave, it'll soften them up, right? But who wants to eat that? All right, so the ride height, it just keeps you from bottoming out, really. High downforce cars, you really got to pay attention to ride height. See, I don't know where the setup or the change I'm making now on the Packers, I don't see how them help when you're driving, right? If you're not hitting curbs or having hard bumps, I don't see where the Packers help. Because the Packers just to keep the strut from bottoming out. That's what I understand, right? Ride height is fixed. That doesn't change as far as stationary. If the car's sitting still, this is the ride height. Once you start driving and hitting bumps, this ride height's going to change because the suspension's going to compress. Springs are going to compress. Dampers are struts, and they are to restrict movement and absorb movement, right? Give you a more, in a personal car, more comfortable ride. You don't feel the bumps when you drive a personal vehicle, right? Your luxury car. That's what dampers, struts are for, is to absorb that. And racing, same idea, just at extreme levels. Just at extreme levels. Because they're faster bumps, right? Harder hits. All right, so we're going to turn that off. I'm going to run this at 80. I'm going to put this back up where it was. And we're going to see how the car drives and brakes. Now this regen level, I don't know what that shit does. I have no idea. I know what regen is. At least in an 18-wheeler dump truck, regen system burns off the exhaust soot built up in what they're calling it the collection filter on a diesel engine. And that's to keep CO2 from entering the air, the atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. It's green energy bullshit. And it's a fucking pain in the ass because the shit breaks all the fucking time. So then your truck's fucked and then you're out of fucking work. So it's just another thing they put in a fucking vehicle to aggravate people. That's what I believe all this politics bullshit is about, is to piss people off and keep them fucking mad. It really is. They don't want you fucking happy. They want you fucking miserable. Tom McDonald said it in his fucking rap. It's the fucking truth, too. You'll own nothing and be happy. How the fuck is that possible? If you want us fucking miserable all the time, you're contradicting your fucking self, you stupid fucks. Telling you this fucking world is fucked, y'all. That's how I know the end of the world is coming. Just look at how shit's happening. The bullshit double speak that they fucking do all the fucking time. It's fucking retarded. Everybody wants to know why everybody's talking about 1984. If you don't know, you need to read the fucking book. And then you'll understand what we mean by double speak. They use same words with different meanings. Or they change the meaning of the word to fit what they want it. It's fucking retarded. And it's to make people stupid so they can't fucking stand up against you. Yeah. I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-bullshit. So with that said, we're here to race or drive cars, learn these fucking setups. Yeah, yes, I changed the dampers because I noticed the car is bouncing when I'm on straights, and we want to restrict that. We don't want it bouncing. Why? Because it's a high downforce car, and if it's bouncing, it's not utilizing the downforce properly. So something that we're also working on and trying to figure out. And I do it willy-nilly. And here's the thing. You can take anybody's setup that they build, put it on your car. It may work for you. It may not work for you. Because you feel that things differently than that person does. You want something different from the car than what that person's using. You want to be as fast as them, but you individually feel things differently. You expect things differently, unless you're a robot. And then you just want your program uploaded and go. I'm not a robot. Motor map is off. So there's no electric. It's all gas. Regen is off. So we're going to see how that affects the car. Of course, the electric motor's still working. Brake bias is 60 front, 40 back. And the right front locked up. And we are at 6 on the TC slip angle. Cold tires. Right front brakes locking up because it's like I got no back brakes. Car feels slower. No brakes. Alright. So let's turn the brake down. So we got the TC slip angle at 6. See how the car is bouncing? Can't feel the tires. I got force feedback in the steering wheel, so that's not the problem. It's like I turned the wheel and it's just really soft. Except for the big turns like that. Brake migration is off. Alright, let's do this. How far does that go down? Turn the brake migration all the way up because we're at 40 in the front, 59 in the back. And from what I understand of what I read, the brake migration favors the front brakes. Not that low. Not that low. Oh, like, what the fuck's this dumbass doing? Holy fuck. At low speed, there's very little tire feel in the steering wheel, if any at all, depending on how slow you're going. Now remember, the toe is 0 in the front, and that could be causing a lot of the low feeling I'm getting in the wheel. Back brakes are heating up pretty good. I don't like the sound of this car. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Oh, you want to get hit? Okay, we'll hit you. We'll aim right at you, no worries. Went around that corner and the rear end just wanted to keep going. So I'm going to say that's the slip angle. So we're going to put it to 8. See if that doesn't change. See, that joker wanted to go. The rear end wanted to go. The rear end's slippy. How does that go? 11? Alright, so See, now I can hear the tires again scrubbing on the ground. Feels like it's riding on the sidewalls around the corner. Actually, alright, so if I was to try and figure this out in my brain, I'm thinking tire, right? Because that's what I'm trying to feel. So when it was on 9, it felt like the sidewalls were giving real easily. But you couldn't hear it. Now that you're stiffening up the sidewalls, you can hear the tires scrubbing on the ground. Alright, that's 11. That's maxed out. That could be the sway bars. Not putting any downforce on the tires. So we got detached, which is 0. So we got 12. So half of 12 is 6. All right. Turning that shit off. Car just ain't driving now. So we put it all back to default. I don't know. I just don't know. No idea. I can't figure it out. Probably because I don't understand where I'm supposed to be starting or ending. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be or where I'm supposed to end. So if the TC's not on, will the power cut work? I'm asking thin air. Nobody's watching, nobody's listening, so. And we're going to be ending this soon. I got shit to do. I got to tear my pool apart, get the water out of it. You know, it was supposed to rain all fucking weekend. Can't trust the fucking weather either. See. Controls how much slip angle, lateral side slip, is allowed before the traction control activates. So lower the number, the less it kicks in. Now I just read that. How much of that you think I'm gonna remember when I'm driving? So the slip angle kicks in. How much side slip is allowed before the traction control activates? So if it's all the way up, traction control is going to kick in right away, or not at all, which is why the car spins. All right, let's test that. I turned all three of them all the way up. So where have I been spinning out at? The last corner, right? In the very first chicane up here. Traction control's on all the time. Cold tires. There's no grip. Tires are fucking ice cold. They're not turning. Brakes are not working. Wife is up. So I was looking at it all wrong. I was thinking it was controlling the tire slip. And it is, but not as I was thinking. It's controlling it through the traction control. Not controlling the actual stiffness of the sidewalls of the tires like I thought. Alright. Is that the wife? No, it's my phone. Telling me how often I've been using it. Okay.
Time through 15.89.
I don't understand how this fucking game, the AI, can fucking break as late as they do. I break that fucking late, man. It fucks me up.
Time to 23.73.
First gear is a no-no there.
Time to 15.78.
As soon as I brought that to 7, the fucking car quit. Alright, let's change cars, because I really don't like the sound of this one. I haven't the whole time I've been driving it. .007, they're all Brits. Oh god, that's too funny. That is too funny. They're all spies for MI6. Oh, that's too funny. But I love James Bond. That shit was awesome. Cap Gemini. So this is the car I was driving yesterday when I fucking quit on that race after I fucking spun out a shit ton of times. So let's see what the setup looks like on this car. Question is, are they all the same setup, just on a different car? Nope, it's 7. This option controls the longitudinal slip, similar to wheel spin. So it cuts the power going forward. In this one, the amount of power is cut when traction control activates. This option may be linked to the onboard slip angle right here. Nope. This one's tied to this one. This one is tied to this one. It's fucking weird. Alright, so this controls how much side slip you have. This one controls how much forward spin you have. And this controls when that power kicks in. So if we put it to 1, put this all the way up. Let's see what that does. Alright, so that little box on the dashboard with the white circles in it is the traction control. Alright, let's try something. Really? You fucking hit the brake and the motherfucker just spins the fuck out. No. That would explain it. All right. Cold tires. not braking properly.
That time was a 2:29.53.
Not get these fucking brakes to slow the fucking car down without me having to step on them real fucking hard. Now that setup that I was looking at yesterday on this car, I think it was this car, it might have been a different car, said this needs to be all the way up here. Somewhere here. Yeah, here to here. But I don't trust that shit. So we're going to take it to there and see what happens. Battery didn't light up over there. car is slow, but I think got a little something figured out for now. Let's save that. PC adjusted. Brake adjusted. Okay. It's better, but it's not perfect. Hmm. Maybe good, maybe not. Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. Hmm. Fuck it, I ain't dealing with this shit. I'm tired. We done. We be done. I got shit to do. I can't keep playing this all day. I'd like to, but I can't. Gotta get this fucking pool figured out. This thing's gonna be the fucking death of me, I can tell you that right now. That motherfucker is going to be the death of me. I didn't want the motherfucker. My wife did. It's her pool. But guess who's gotta take care of it? Happy wife, happy life. But then again, really? Probably not. All right, people. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Most likely you learned I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so don't listen to me. But that's how we learn. So you trial and error and figure this shit out. All right. On that note, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see y'all at the next Apex.